Good afternoon, class. My name is Tiffany Moss, and I am going to be speaking on Alex, who believes if I don't get an A in this class, I'm a failure. Before we go in, let's go ahead and answer two questions first before we get into this assignment. So the first one is, what is rule governed behavior, or also known as RGB? Rule governed behavior is when someone follows a rule about what might happen instead of learning through real life experience. An example of this, Alex might study super hard because she believes if I don't get an A, I'll disappoint everyone, even if she's never actually failed before. This reference is coming from Cooper et al. 2020. Another question that we should ask ourselves, why is Alex's behavior rule governed and not shaped by consequences? Alex isn't reacting to things that have really happened. She's following a rule she created herself. She's not changing her behavior based on real feedback or consequences. She's acting based on what she thinks will happen. That's what makes this rule governed behavior. And this reference will be coming from Hayes et al. 2001. So in my mind, I was just like, well, isn't this private events? And private events refer to internal experiences like thoughts, feelings, self-talk, or physical sensation, or even in this case, Alex may be feeling anxiety. These events are not directly observable by others, but are still considered behaviors within the framework of radical behaviorism. And this will come from Cooper et al. 2020. Now let's go back to our question. So we already answered what rule governed behavior is, and now we're going to our first point. The rule Alex follows. Alex's rule is, if I don't get an A, I'm a failure. It's strict and creates a lot of pressure. It likely comes from a history of being praised for good grades. This type of rule is called pliance, meaning Alex follows it to avoid feeling judged or to please others. And this comes from, sorry, there's mosquitoes. This reference comes from Cooper et al. 2020 and also Hayes et al. 2001. And our second point, how this rule changes how Alex feels about schoolwork. Because of this rule, normal school tasks like assignments, deadlines, or emails from professors, which I would know about being in grad school, can start to feel really stressful and even scary. These used to be neutral things, but now they make her anxious because they remind her of her fear of failing, which is what we defined before is a private event, because Alex is feeling it. We can't see it, but she's feeling it. This happens through something called relational frame theory, or RFT. That means we connect ideas using language. So Alex links not getting an A with being a failure, and then links being a failure with being unworthy, which isn't true. This changes how she feels about school. Even everyday things now feel emotionally overwhelming. And this I'm referencing from Ming et al. 2023 and Hayes et al. 2001. So 3, avoidance behavior. Because school tasks now brings her anxiety, Alex might try to avoid them. An example of this is procrastination of assignments. She may overcheck or redo her work many times. I have done that myself. She could avoid talking to her professor out of fear of negative feedback. These are avoidance behaviors. They take away the stress for a short time, which is negative reinforcement. It makes the behavior more likely to happen again. Cooper et al. 2020. But it also keeps Alex stuck in the same pattern. The conclusion. So Alex's example shows how rule-governed behavior can turn normal schoolwork into something stressful. Because she's following a strict internal rule, she feels anxious and avoids tasks. As behavior analysts, we can help people like Alex by encouraging more flexible thinking, helping them notice their thoughts without reacting emotionally, and guiding them to learn from real-life consequences. And that concludes my presentation. I hope I did a really good job, or a pretty good job. I just want to go over my references super quick. It's Cooper J.O. 2020. Heron, see that reference. I'm also going to link it in the comment section as well. Hayes S.C. Barnes, 2001, and Ming S.L., 2023. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. There's so many mosquitoes out here, and hopefully you're able to hear everything I had to say. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.